I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're two sisters Southern cooking. So we are making smothered pork chops for dinner tonight. It is very, very, very good recipe. I make it at least every couple months. So I'm going to season up our pork chops on both sides, and then we're going to move to the stove and start the process of cooking them 2 minutes on each side. These are thin pork chops, so usually I do the thicker bone-in pork chops 4 minutes per side, and then we make our onion gravy, and then we put our pork chops back in, and then we cook it for an hour on low. But since these are really thin, I'm only going to sear them 2 minutes per side, and then we'll make our gravy. So right now I'm just going to season each pork chop on each side, and I usually have a little bit of the seasoning left after I season my pork chops, and I put that in with my onions when I'm sauteing my onions.
It's gonna be good. And these are the thin, boneless.
Yeah.
She's sprinkling on both sides, so that'll give it a nice flavor. How long have you been making this recipe?
Oh, years. It's a really good recipe. Very flavorful, very tender. When you cook the pork chops for an hour on low in a gravy, they just fall apart tender.
It's like an onion gravy.
Yep.
By the way, that sounds like a delicious thing to do, is an onion gravy. We need to do that soon.
Yeah.
Mom used to make an onion gravy too when we were kids.
Yeah.
It was very thick, and we'd put it on like toast or bread. You'd put it on fresh bread.
Right now we have our cast iron skillet heating up, and then we're going to put our oil in when we go in there to start cooking these.
So we're just lighting a fire underneath.
And as you can see, I have a little bit of seasoning left. That's going to season our onions.
All right, follow us to the stove.
I'm going to put my oil in. We heated up our pan, so it won't take it but just a minute for this to... I think we're good. Okay, I'm going to cook these for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to flip them over.
Hey y'all, so we're going to go ahead and flip these. It's been 2 minutes. We're going to go ahead and flip them over. And we're going to fry this up on 2 minutes on this other side.
All right, y'all. We are going to take our pork chops up and set them to the side for now. And I have one more batch to do, and then we will make our gravy. All right. We will show you our next step when we go to make the gravy. Y'all, I'm going to put my onions in and saute them. Put my seasoning, my leftover seasoning, in over top of them. Saute these for just a couple minutes. Until they become a little soft, and then we will make our gravy. Scrape the bottom and get all those good bits up from the pork chops. All right, I'm gonna add in my flour to start my gravy. Stir that around and cook the flour for a minute. All right, we're gonna start with 4 cups of water. And we may need more depending on how thick it is, but we will start with 4 at first. Okay, the flour should be cooked enough now for me to go ahead and add my water. Once it's at the consistency that I like, then I will add my pork chops back in and then turn it down to low, and it will simmer for 1 hour. It's thickening up nicely. I'm thinking I do need to add some more water. I'm going to add in another cup. Add another one. I think that looks good. I'm going to add my pork chops back in, and I'm going to go ahead and turn my burner down to low. Snuggle them back in underneath that gravy. Make sure they're all covered. And there's some juices that are on this plate from the pork chops. I want to pour that back in because that's just flavor. All right, y'all. I'm gonna set my timer for 1 hour, and then we're gonna be ready to eat some good smothered pork chops. Hey, y'all. So we tested it and tasted it to see it needed salt. So I added a teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna stir that salt down into it, and I'm gonna taste it again and see if I like it. If I need more salt, then I'll add more salt. If not, we're good to go.
I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.